for both halls most cases, and in the dining room. And then I go do my stuff, my like weights and stuff like that. And then once I'm done with my weights, I go to take my first break. I come back. I get a couple people walked. If I don't have my weights done, I go back and finish up my weights. And then I go back to the dining room and help set up at 11 o'clock. After the dining room's over, I chart my meals and go to lunch, come back, and then I'm on caseload the entire time. So I can't just neglect my weights. Those are doctor's orders, so those have to be done. And so I do have other things that I can do besides listen to this one person say, hey, I need you to train this student. So, yes, I can do something else. I can do whatever it is my boss wants me to do. What else am I going to choose? Trying to figure out what colors I'm going to use for this guitar. My husband's favorite color is green. I don't know, it's not what I envisioned for my job, really. I thought it would be a lot easier than what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, some days it's like really, really hard work, but other days it's like, why did I do this to myself? Oh, wrong button. I mean, it'd be great if they allowed the explanation for those, you know? Yeah, people make easy tasks so much harder for some reason. It's because they have no experience in doing the tasks that we do. Like, there's no experience there at all. You might have experience being a parent or teaching someone how to be a housekeeper or a housemaker or homemaker, whatever you want to call it. You know, being married, that's experience. Having kids is experience. But taking care of people that are not your family or whatever, uh, that can be really hard for some people. And they think it should be done their way, but we have to follow rules as to how things are actually done. At least I try to anyway. Sometimes things don't work out the way they should, but that don't mean I'm going to deviate from a plan, from something that we have to do. But these students seem to think, oh, well, they can do this. Why didn't they just do it right this way? I mean, probably because we have a million things that we got to do during the daytime. I didn't know. It's getting to where, like, I love the people that I work with, but I don't like my job anymore. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing on this guitar. It looks like a violin right now. Happens if I'm not expanding on what I can do at my job. I get bored and lose motivations to go, so I find a new job. I would love to do that, but I get paid way too much for any of the job titles in this area. So for me to switch jobs, I literally have to make a bunch of bank because it ain't happening otherwise. Like for the pay that I'm getting, I can't pass it up. That's why I haven't left yet. And I can't keep, I can motivate myself fine enough, but there's no move up for a CNA where I'm at. Nothing. Not unless I want to go into office work. And office work, I have to be best friends with somebody in there because they don't like to hire anybody that's not. If you're not in their clique, they don't want you in there. So I don't fit their quota, their specs. Which is dumb. But it just shows me that it's more important for them to be best friends and to make friends and have friends and keep friends than it is for them to actually do their job. So that's why it's so hard for me to want to be there. Like there was a couple positions I could have taken in the last couple years to make it or make a little bit more money, but the problem with it is the one job would have required me to be something I'm not. Uh, I am not very motivated in public or whatever you call speaking. I don't like to tell people what to do unless I absolutely have to. And I think it's quite stupid to spend a bunch of money on items that the company doesn't need. So I'd have a hard time trying to have an expense account to do that when we don't really need certain things or we actually need stuff and they ban us from using it anymore. That right there would irritate the crap out of me and I would have gotten fired because that's not fair to the residents that we've been getting those items for so long. The other one, I could have taken it, but I don't want to. I know how to do a schedule. I know how to do all that kind of stuff, but I don't want to. Um, much rather somebody else do that. And the one that with the scheduling, I wouldn't have gotten a pay raise. But yeah, if I could move up, I would in some way. If there was a job that I could take. But they don't have anything I want. I think that's just about as close as I'm going to get to a guitar. It's kind of funny. Beepity, bad guy, talking nasty in there. Oh, it's about that time. Get to do my spiel. Wow. Sometimes it's hard for me to get on here and be on here when my favorite streamers are on already. Like, I have like 3 or 4 of them that I actively watch. And then I have a friend of mine who does live stream. Well, 2 friends actually that do live streams. Uh, and then, well, my phone's going crazy for him. It's funny, you got a couple tabs open. Yeah, I like to watch different people do stuff. You know, it's fun, it's entertaining, and um, once I get my office set up to where I can be, I can do like the raids or whatever. I think that will be something really cool because it introduces you to different people and like you wouldn't normally know. Like I was in a watching somebody last night and the we started or they started a